Many of us are feeling the pressure of the pandemic right now. Restrictions can make us feel powerless to take actions that we know will keep us on track, personally and professionally. Indeed, it's tough for leaders, teams, people and businesses. It's easy to think we should be doing better or trying harder and feel a sense of hopelessness about moving forward. Here's Danielle Dobson with a refreshing way to reduce the pressure and move forward.
Many of us are feeling the pressure of the pandemic right now. Lockdowns are crappy, and the restrictions can make many of us feel powerless to take those actions that we know will keep us on track, both personally and professionally. We can get stuck in that COVID mud, and it feels like it doesn't matter how hard we try, we can't find a way out and make progress. And it's so easy to get disappointed that we're not meeting expectations, our own and others, in any sense. And we think we just need to try harder or we should do better. Thinking this way, we can spiral down to a place where we feel that there's no hope of anything better. And it's exhausting. But what if there is a way to reduce the pandemic pressure? Get out of the mud and use the people around you to support you to rebuild hope. Well, a conversation with my brilliant mentor, Pam, showed me how. It's 7 a.m, July 2016, dead centre of a cold, windy Wollongong winter. Pam's dialing in on Zoom from midsummer Seattle in the US. The sun is coming in through her window of her office. She looks radiant and amazing. It was the polar opposite to how I was feeling. You see, I was struggling big time. In my business, I was building my coaching practice, and I've been doing that for about 18 months. I was working hard, taking risks, learning new skills, investing financially, but it didn't seem to matter how hard I was working, I just wasn't hitting my business targets. Personally, add to the mix, I had the responsibility of raising 3 primary school age boys as a lead parent. I was struggling with that tension that many parents feel about succeeding at work and at home and thinking that I was failing at both. I was stuck. Felt like I was in no man's land, and I just wanted to curl up into a ball and wish all my problems away. It felt hopeless. Pam could see my predicament, and being the incredible mentor that she is, she could see what was possible based on my skills and strengths and attributes, things that I couldn't quite see yet. She helped me to move forward, and she said, Danielle, I can see that you don't believe that there's any hope of a different future right now. You need some evidence to prove that there is, and I can't help you with that. But how I can help you is to give you some of my hope. By borrowing my hope, you can start to rebuild your own. I let it sink in, and I realised what that meant. It was like a tonic. Knowing someone that I admired and respected wanted me to succeed and flourish, and she had my back, it was a true gift. A gift that I chose to accept and use. Pam's confidence in me helped me to step by step slowly rebuild my sense of hope and a vision of a different future. I was able to leverage some business opportunities and consistently hold that tension between being a lead parent and a leader at work. And also, most importantly, every time things get tough and I feel like hope's fading, I remember I can borrow Pam's hope. And now also I can borrow the hope of a select group of people in my support network. But you know what? It gets even better. I discovered that the positive impact of borrowing hope is exponential. Because the more I received the gift of hope, the more I wanted to share it. And when you're in the position to give someone your hope, you receive the benefit of the helper's high. This is a concept that's been around for over 3 decades, and there's been many studies to prove it. The helper's high is positive emotions resulting from selfless acts of service for others, and it produces endorphins and dopamine. So it's a really meaningful way of increasing your own sense of well-being, lifting your mood, and also improving your ability to successfully navigate and tackle all the environmental challenges that we face, like this pandemic. So you can use hope as a fuel source for yourself and for others. Moving forward, think about who you have in your support network right now. People who see more in you than you see in yourself. People who know that you have what it takes to navigate through this pandemic and the new world that it's bringing. People who will unconditionally lend you their hope while you're rebuilding yours. Also, think about people who need your hope right now. People who would like to borrow it, and think about, are you ready and prepared to lend it to them? By supporting each other, joining together, borrowing and lending hope, we can move from feeling stuck and powerless to being empowered by hope.